Okay, so you can see my screen again.
Yeah.
Okay, so there, once you are saturated, or once you need to go, just tell me. Okay. Again, I see no point that you are saturated and you're not willing to receive anything,
Yeah.
knowledge, and then you staying. Okay. Just
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's better for me and you. So
Yeah.
okay, now look at here and tell me, what do you understand here?
Mm,
Is it difficult?
uh, no, it's okay. It's just same thing again. It's just getting the storingly into the yeah.
Okay, what about the remove? Is it any common things between the get and the remove? Is it both of them is the same?
Uh, hmm, remove. Yeah, so the remove, it's not the same. Get is just is like your remove is it's getting rid of it from the list.
Correct, correct. But the
Yeah.
common thing between them is both get and remove can return something out. Yes, it's, remove will do extra job after the get, means that it will get it and then totally remove it from the array, but both of them will return something. So it means that
Yeah.
when it gets something, you're able to store it here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So please have a look at these two ways of dealing or traversing list and array list. So this is an array list,
Yeah.
and this is a typical list.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
Mm, yeah, why it's just arrays list size and list length.
So we're using here with size with, okay, perfect. And why here have a bracket and why here doesn't have?
Mm, hmm.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're dealing with
So that's a
variables,
method.
yes, this is a method, but this is like a property. So inside the class, you have, for example, the student class, it have a name inside, right?
Yeah.
So if we put the name inside the student class as a public, so I'm able to say s1 dot name. So I no need to put two brackets because it's not a method. It's just uh, like a variable storing something for me. So the length in the normal list is just a property or a value inside the list. So I can just retrieve it like that. But here I'm calling the size method, and the size method will return the size of the array list. Does this make sense? I
Yeah.
know it looks like strange or
No, it
okay,
makes sense.
okay, okay. May I ask you first, before we move forward, are you able to
Yeah.
get to write at least this line? So now you created a list called names, array list called names in the previous step, right?
Yeah.
So can you please write this loop for the names? Not don't use the list name variable. Just use names, same like the array list that you created.
Okay.
So this is just two lines. just change names instead of list, and also here names instead of list, and run.
Okay. Okay.
Is it done?
Can't find symbol for name.
Really? Okay. What about here? It was names, right? Did you delete that? So if this line is still there, if this
Oh, so I need to comment all the
no,
previous
I
code.
mean you need to uncomment it. Yes. So I mean no, I
Oh, it
mean
is.
you need that code.
Yeah.
If he have names, then you are able to loop through it.
Okay. Yeah. I have to. Oh, I put name instead of names. Okay. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it works.
It works. Okay, that's good. So so you already see that this kind of old for loop, and then the for each also can work. So if you have an array list, so this list is an array list. We are able to define a, a for each loop like this. So for each name inside the list, print name. Okay.
Hmm.
So do you mind if you try, please, this the same? See if it works with
Okay.
you. But tell me, you need to replace list with what? You don't have a array list called list. You have only names, right? Just now you use it in the for loop, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let me write this.
Mm -mm.
Okay. Got
None?
it. Yeah.
Okay. And it works?
Yeah.
Good. But the only thing is, I want to highlight to you something, but give me a second, please.
Okay.
So, okay, remove an element from an array list requires care as elements are shifted left. So, if you try to run this code, this is a for loop. This is all words is an array list. He gets something, and then he do a comparison. If this word that he get out, this string that he gets out, the last element or character in it is s, it means that it is a plural, and then he want to remove it from the all word array list. So let me see. If he remove it the way that he is doing it, actually that will cause a problem to the for loop. This is a common problem, and it's annoying problem that for newcomers. Are you able to write this code?
Okay.
But then you don't have an all words list. Can you create one? Can you create an array list of type string exactly same like names? But you don't put names inside. All words means that you need to put something like boat, boats, people. You need to put cats. You need to put dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, so put all of them inside the array list. You know how to put them inside an array list using the add dot add.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm writing the code. Okay. So now I need to have I need to create the all worlds
Yes,
array.
ArrayList. Yes.
Yeah. So I created the same way as I did the names.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay. And then do I need to add anything?
Yes, you need to add this 3 because the previous names have only names, right? Have 2 names.
Yeah.
So we need to add this 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each in one line, right?
Okay.
Each one of them will go inside the add.
Okay. So this is okay. It runs.
It runs. Perfect. So
Yeah.
may I ask you, do you understand what this guy have done here?
Mm,
And what substring do actually? So word is a string and it contains something. It contains a string,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then substring, it takes part of the string that we based on the index that we put inside. So if we're talking about dogs, like that, so the length of dogs is how much? 4, right?
Yeah.
So he gets the length and subtracted by 1. We know that the index of strings is 0, 1, 2, 3. But how many characters we have? We have 4 characters. So the length is 4. We subtracted by 1 means it's 3. So I want to get the character that have index 3, which is S here. So I get it and I check it is equal S or not. But he do all in one step. He can do it in 2 steps actually, but he just choose to do it in one step like that. This is slightly complicated at the start, but when you practice a lot with it, then you will find it like it's okay, it's acceptable. So in short, it is like writing word dot sub string 3 dot equals.
Yeah.
Is it clear or still difficult?
It's okay. It's clear.
Okay. But then let me know one thing. Did you try
Yeah.
to it? You say it runs, but did you try to print all words after you? I mean, can
No.
you?
Never
You
did it.
yes, please do it so that you are able to detect the problems that we are able to explain. It will save us a lot of time. Just take all words and call the toString to it inside a print statement. Do you understand what I'm saying, or I need to clarify it more?
Yeah. Can I just call all words by itself?
And
The
then
same way
you
I
have
did with names.
yes, exactly to toString, yes.
Okay.
But then you have to put it inside the print statement, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Okay. I
what was
only
printed
get
out?
people and dogs. So I only
So
get 2 out of the 4.
yeah, okay. So the problem is, uh, so you try to remove the if statement is responsible for removing everything with the S, but why it doesn't remove the dogs?
Hmm.
It's a question, right? So it removes cats and boats. Am I right?
Yeah.
And it's supposed to remove dogs. But the problem is with this kind of removing from the array list, we face a problem actually. So when we remove I, the whole, so you are, this is considered, this is like an array list 0, 1, 2. You remove here. So what happens to this? So this element is shifted to this place. Okay. When it is shifted to this place, and then the I start to increment. So now you are in 1. You increment it, you become 2. You want to deal with this. But because it's shifted, then you find nothing. So you end up the loop. So the point here that when, if every time you remove something from a list, so the list here, once we say you remove like that, it removes the element, and then we will end up having the array list of only 2 elements, x and x1, for example. So so at the end, we moved whatever here to this position that was removed. So we remove what? We remove boats and cats, okay? And then dogs, we failed to remove it because when we say I++, we shifted everything already, so we will miss one thing. I know that this is hard to grab or to understand, but the problem is that we should not, this is a common problem, we should not actually do this I++. We should use a different way. But at the moment, if you want to see the thing corrected and the array list remove everything, you just add I minus minus inside the if statement.
Yeah.
And then run and let me know.
Okay. Yeah, it works.
It works?
Yeah.
Okay, so this means that this II actually solves the problem. So this II actually, it somehow define this or somehow balance what is going to happen here. So when we reduce the current I, if the I is currently 1, so we reduce one of that, it becomes 0, and then when it go out to do the looping again with the increment, so we become 1 again. So that will make it work. I know that it is not very clear why it works, but look at this. So we don't need to do this II if we reverse the way we do our loop. Look at this loop, please, and tell me what you understand from it.
Okay.
Strange?
Yeah, okay. It's similar to the others. So they just put the I minus minus instead of I plus plus
Exactly.
at the, yeah, and so they don't need to add it at the bottom. Yeah, okay.
So the point here, in the method, previous method, we always start from 0. So we start always I, or the index equals 0. And then we keep moving forward. We keep incrementing the I, and then we're moving from one element to another, right? But in this for loop, you're starting from the end. You start is end, which means that you start at the last index of your array list. So if the size is here, you subtract it by 1, and then if we have 3 elements, minus 1, and then we start with I equal 2 here.
Yeah.
The second method.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we keep decrementing. I equal 1, and then I equal 0. And then when it is bigger than and equal 0, is accepted. If it reach minus 1, we exit the whole for loop. It's clear? And all this is same. So the difference here, when what we say that if we do any removing, the whole thing's actually shifted. So you remove this in the middle. Give me a second, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'm so sorry. So what I wanted to say is that if we want to remove something from the middle, the array actually is shifted from this way. Okay, but if we are actually looping from this side, this have no effect on us. This does not really affect us that we shift some things to the left side. Okay, that actually work best for us. So we don't really need to do any I minus minus. It works for us. It just simply works. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the last thing that I will ask you to do is just to copy the same code that you have written before, except that you use this one. I just want, because if you don't write it, then you will never see it or even remember it. So just write this line. So the same code like before, except that this line will be slightly arranged differently.
Okay.
Is it done? It works?
Let me run. Oh, I get out of bounds. Oh, wait. I forgot to put the minus one. Out of bounds. 5 minus 1. Oh, I forgot to add this as well. I so Okay, it works.
Okay, so I think this is the last thing that we're going to talk about today. Just my slight advice to you, and I myself tried that before and it works with me. If you want to do any changes in your study way or even in your life, do a small step at a time. Don't eat the elephant one shot. So if you want to wake up early and then you are used to waking up late, don't wake up, say, oh, from tomorrow I want to wake up 1 hour early. No, you cannot do that. It's very hard. Just do 5 minutes or 10 minutes improvement every day. Okay, little by little, that will improve. Okay, so if you have no questions, then see you next time.
Okay.
Take care. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.